Who's the horseman? Just a group of believers who know too much is given, much is required. Martin Lloyd-Jones once said that preaching is theology on fire. We know our skills are nothing without the power of God. We never want our battles to become merely mental exercises, but rather an outflow of what God is already doing in our lives. That's why we're more concerned with impacting the culture rather than impressing it.
Talk, I'm finna dead it. I'm about to action, like it's a fetish. If I put the work in, I need the credit. I go the hardest, y'all can forget it. I'm sorry.
So you gonna think it's fire when I run that?
What up, everybody? This is A.Ward. This is Run That Back, episode number 4. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below, like, comment, and share it with all of your friends. This episode is going to be a little bit different. Today, we're running back top bars used against me in battles. So I just want to highlight my opponents, their material, the creativity behind their angles, punchlines, and jokes, and let you guys enjoy them. So these are the top bars that I personally picked out that I thought were the most effective against me in the ring. Enjoy.
Fuck A.Ward. I'm A.Ward. Brace for the full evidence. You a white rapper that uses angles to break people down. That sound familiar? You real deal with the Old Testament, so fuck is you talking about? Pussy, I fathered your sound. You just stole my style and then you holy watered it down.
So what you just heard was from Gully vs. Gannick 1, Toronto, Canada, King of the Dot. A.Ward versus Real Deal. I come out in the first round. I'm excited. I'm nervous because it's my first time ever being on pay-per-view. I have a solid round, and then Real Deal gets to go. He goes into an angle about me shopping myself around, saying I'm a mix between Saga and him. Calls me the Old Testament him, and then boom, the haymaker. You just took my style and you holy watered it down. I knew at that moment, you could see my facial expression, that was going to be on the trailers, and it was something that really, really hit deep, and the crowd loved it. So, Trevor Weller, I rock with you now. Thank you for trying to end my life early in the first round. Praise God, I'm still here. Let's get to the next one.
I know, nigga. Hey, we at your house with straps, waving and clapping. Clip longer than the nap Jesus took when slavery happened. Nigga, what the Go!
The next bar you saw was a bar, A.Ward versus Mac Myron, Guardians of the Culture. It was on an event called Cold War, and up until this point, we have a crazy back and forth going. Rebuttals, Mac has charisma, he's got jokes, he's got back-to-back punches and everything. I'm using angles, I'm dissecting, I got depth, levels, wordplay, all that stuff. It's on its way to becoming Battle of the Night. Third round, Mac Myron comes out, waving and clapping. Clip longer than a nap Jesus took when slavery happened, and you see the whole building shut down, drop. You see me walk off camera because immediately I go over to Marvin Quest and I say, thank God I'm good at this, because if I'd already been down 2-0 or if I had just not been effective that night, that would have been one of those you died type situations. Matt got crazy with that bar. Normally, I'm not a big clip longer than or gun so big kind of guy. That was the best clip longer than bar, period. And just the creativity behind it was crazy. Shout out to you, Mac. Let's get to the next one.
I said, see what A.Ward's using is better known as consumer relation. A little marketing tactic publicly owned where he'll say y'all his brothers and sisters but really view you as consumer related. So he sat back, studied and consumed the relation, same way Christian pilgrims that was cruising them slave ships and moved to the States did, seeking to start a new civilization on a lucrative basis. They claim they teach a new civil way to elude and portray that they cool with its natives. Now look who doing the same shit, using his faith as a tool of invasion, borrowing another group's innovations in hopes that the consumer relates so he can consume what they making, nigga.
So here we are, Kansas City, Missouri, my home league, the Connects. Shout out to the Connects. This is my first big test. A.Ward versus St. Mike. St. Mike at the time had been on URL. He'd been on quite a few different leagues, and he'd shown prowess. He'd shown his lyrical ability, his technical rapping. He's got depth, wordplay, craziness. And I'm facing him in my hometown of Kansas City, Missouri. That particular angle, A.Ward is more known for his consumer relations. I'm not going to quote it all because I can't, but it was so crazy because he's in my hometown. Everybody, you can hear a pin drop. They're listening with intent, and he has just got the crowd on a string at that time. The way he brought it full circle with the slave ships and how I'm going into a culture to try to sell them, like, he made me go home and say, you're not really doing that, are you, A.Ward? Of course I'm not, but man, the angle was just so great. And when in an industry where a lot of people were coming at me for Christian and different things like that, I thought that angle and how he presented it in the battle set him apart from everybody else who's always tried to do the Christian stuff. Shout out to you, Mike.
Hey, Lord, it's A.Ward. Hey, Lord, it's A.Ward. I haven't been getting the matches I prayed for.
Highlight number 4, Toronto, Canada, decade event, A.Ward versus Poe Rich, King of the Dot. So I'm battling Poe Rich, and at the time, I'm wishing I was battling Sharon. I've been online talking about how I felt Sharon ducked me. He took gems instead of me. He hadn't been back on King of the Dot in some time. And I'm really, really trying to kind of set him off, you know, with the back and forth to make him take the battle because that's who I wanted to battle. I end up with Poe Rich, who was a kind of a style clash. Some people were like, I don't know if I want to see this or not, but the battle itself was very entertaining. Poe Rich was incredible. This line comes from his 3rd round, and it's a line that I've heard so much. Hey, Lord, it's A.Ward. I'm not getting the battles I pray, you know, and to this day, I walk into barbershops, I walk into King of the Dot events, and somebody will just look at me and yell, hey, Lord, it's A. It was perfect 3 multis. It was humorous. The crowd loved it. And it was an angle. It was direct. He was making fun of me for not getting Sharon and saying, I'm not getting the battles I pray for. Shout out to you, Rich Moss. Appreciate you, man. Y'all go watch that battle. A.Ward versus Poe Rich. Let's get to the next one.
Let me explain. If A.Ward gets in my face, then I'm pulling out the snub. It's funny his initials are A and W. The pop even foaming out the mug. Let's go! The crew greedy end up on the news missing. Y'all think A's hardware? Good thing I got some tools with me.
So, you might not have seen this battle before, and that's why I wanted to highlight it on this segment. A.Ward versus Hungry in Iowa on Get You Some Battle League. This is a 1-round battle where I went up to Iowa and battled a guy by the name of Hungry. Shout out to you, Hungry. Hungry's done URLPGs. He's battled in different states, different times. He's actually a really, really talented dude. He hit me with 2 back-to-back punchlines that, honestly, like if you would have heard Av or Rum Nitty or B Magic say these lines, you guys would be quoting them. You'd be on Twitter. You'd have them in the comments, you know, whatever. Like these 2 back-to-back punchlines, you know, initials are A and W because the pop had him foaming at the mug. And then he said, I heard A's hard, wet, cool. I got some tools with me. Crazy 2 punchlines. That 1-rounder, please go tune into that. That's one of my favorite 1-rounders that I've done. And the back and forth is crazy. Shout out to Hungry.
If y'all see A&E, I'm into all types of shit. My mind is sick, out left, right is shit. Then a knife get licked inside his hip. And bet I won't strike in the same place like when lightning hit his jaw. I'm into all types of shit. My mind is sick. I got left, right is shit. Then a knife get licked inside his hip. And bet I won't strike in the same place like when lightning hit his jaw out. Double tap like I like to pick. Then make him go.
Once again, King of the Dot, Toronto, Canada. A.Ward versus DNA on Blackout. This particular battle I learned the most from. So a lot of people would probably say this might be my clearest loss. So, you know, in battle rap, it's subjective. A lot of people say you win this, you win that. There's not a lot of battles that you can look at that I've been in that said he clearly lost. So this might be the one that people will go back and say, you know what, I gave it to DNA. This is like my 8th battle ever. Main stage, pay-per-view. I'm battling the most viewed battle rapper in the world. DNA in his first round starts on this crazy run. I left rightish, then the knife get lit, inside is hit, and I bet I won't strike in the same, and just the delivery, the pacing, and the punchline. Bet I won't strike in the same place twice like when lightning hits your jaw. I double tap like I like the pick. So all of that was just crazy, and he kept running it back, and he got more crowd reaction every time he ran it back, and it just took the whole momentum, and it just put it in the palm of his hand. It showed me crowd control. It showed me footwork on stage. Like, it showed me all kinds of different things. I learned so much from that battle. Shout out to DNA for taking the battle. You didn't have to, bro. I appreciate it. Go watch the battle. Let me know what y'all think. Did I lose? Did I win? Either way, he got crazy on me in that first round. Let's go.
Will Aqib to leave the chain. Y'all seen the game. King of the dot, been giving you handouts and he complains. Cassidy don't need a PG? No! 2,000 people came. You got the vets, Cortez, Real Deal, DNA, but you're not the best. You cheap and wage. They gave you the views. What does that mean today? Nada. I'm taught to work smarter. Jesus walked on water. A.Ward hopping on people's waves.
So one of the reasons this bar stuck out to me so much is not only just because it's a crazy dope bar, is one thing that Mad Flex does so perfectly is just the way that he rhymes, his multis. Everything that came before the actual punch rhymed so perfectly, like the technicalities behind it, the cheap and wage, the to leave the chain, DNA, 2,000 people came. All of these multis, you know, they hit perfect. I love the opening, you know, I'll keep to leave the chain. If you're familiar with the sports reference, keep to lead pulled Michael Crabtree's chain off of his neck. So he's basically coming in with an aggressive first bar. And then he goes into the angle and the directness of the King of the Dot's just been giving me plates. And, you know, that's kind of how I build my status. And then the punchline comes full circle, you know, Jesus walked on water, but A.Ward's just hopping on other people's waves. Crazy. Shout out to you, Mad Flex. You definitely got that round. A lot of people know this. I literally looked back during his round and told the people behind me, I don't got it. I don't got enough to beat this round. So appreciate you, bro.
Harder, cause I write nothing but nice shit like a kid's author, but it's these type niggas that be all on Twitter. Got an input about everything, but nothing changed. I don't get them. I don't fuck with that. I don't be online heavy. It ain't enough respect. It's March Madness. Once you climb the ladder, you can cut the net. It's
Just a little slick punchline from me versus Chef Trez in Kansas City, Missouri, recently, 2019, December. I'm a huge sports fan. So anytime somebody uses a sports bar against me, I judge it at a certain extent. Like, it's got to be up here for me. So Chef Trez goes into the bar and he says, I'm on social media doing all this stuff. And he talks about status and his stock. And he says, you know, once you climb he's not on social media anymore. Once you climb the ladder, you cut the net. And everybody knows in March Madness, once you climb the ladder, you cut the net. And everybody knows in March Madness that as soon as you win the national championship, they pull that big ladder out. They climb up the ladder. Everybody cuts the net and gets a piece of it. I love college basketball. I love March Madness. That bar to me was really, really, really dope. Shout out to Trez.
No angle, it leads to the gutter. I'm a rooftop. It get foul inside these lines. It get foul inside these lines. You get 2 shots. The 2 pop, flipping round the ring. Scotty too hot. Don't do that. Them couple bucks get you to sing. Here's jukebox. Some 2 threes under his lid. Here's shoebox. The square with the hole in the top. He a juice box. Ward out, burst blam, turn your church fan to a coupe drop. The Glock popping, crop top Hanson making bop. You can't.
Check it out. Bill Collector. To this day, one of my top 3 battles I've been a part of. A.Ward versus Bill Collector in Philly on Crack Liberty Valley League. Man, shout out to them for putting this together. I told them, I've told everybody, Bill Collector is one of my top 3 favorite battlers of all time. So growing up watching battle rap as an entertainer, content, and everything, this particular segment of bars that he went through with the ooh wop, the jukebox, the hole in the square like a juice box, the Hanson make a bop, like it had everything in it that I remember Bill Collector being amazing for. So that's why it might not have been like a line that anybody quotes in the comments or said that won him around or anything like that. But when I watch it back, the first few bars of his first round, the 2 straps across my stomach, the Bug's Life, and then this ooh wop, Hanson, bop, juice box setup. I love this. Some of my favorite stuff used against me. Shout out to you, Bill. Let's keep going.
Yo, if this a duck hunt, that means dog can't stay on top. Top 5, I can't put A.Ward in. My pen game's on lock. The road for your career, I pave those spots. I open doors for you. It's time to change those locks. It's for the culture too. These are Quavo stocks. Your career can't take off if your talent's not offset. I get paid more guap. I raised you. Time to thank your pop. I built you up to break you down. You're a Lego block. Yo, Danik, make this stop. Cosby drink. You shouldn't take this shot. Upload the body. Yo, upload the body. Raise my stock. American Beauty. I want everyone to see this bag I got. Change the plot. This where his faith gets swapped. This something your soul can't handle. You facing shocks. You think I'm afraid? I'm afraid I'm not. I'd rather you take my life than take my spot, motherfucker.
So on this particular part, it's A.Ward versus Sharon, World Domination 7 in London, England. I finally got this battle that I want. Me and Sharon are going back and forth. I choose to go first because I want to set the tone. He comes back with a crazy first round, and this segment is at the end of his first round. The reason why I love it so much is because it just has so much edge, so much aggression. It shows you that Sharon is like, I'm tired of you calling me out. I'm tired of you saying I was ducking. I'm tired of this, that, and the third. I'm not just going to use a bunch of current event bars and all this kind of stuff. I'm about to just bar your life away, and I'm pissed off. So he comes at me with back-to-back. I build you up to take you down the Lego block, the 80, all that stuff, you know, and he's just in this mode where he's got something to prove, and that's what I wanted to bring out of Sharon. So I love how he ends his first round, even on the mother, you know what I mean? And it's just a really dope and effective ending that I think most people probably gave him the first round solely based off how he ended the round. So that was A.Ward versus Sharon. I appreciate you guys tuning in. So I'm going to leave a few more clips here at the end of some other bars that I didn't make the cut as far as explanations and going through all of them that I did love. Thank you. Thank you. Share this with your people. Horseman, YTG, die daily. God is good. Stay inside. Be safe. Love y'all.
I'm gonna get the ghost, the body of kid. That's Danny Phantom. I'm still plotting all over the earth. I'm balling. Now I'm globetrotting. This body raining. So shocking. False bottom. Halloween and Jehovah's Witness. I'm masked up with your door knocking.
Yo, I see 110 A.Ward. You are very generic, Ward. His history of battle rap, scrolling through the message board. The only thing worse than me living in the past is you living in the past you weren't present for.
Banadaires campaigning to the crowd. Should have ran for mayor. Like, how about them Oakland Raiders? Yeah, I'm thinking champs next year. Bruh, it's so pathetic and sad, I swear. But if you had a spirit animal, it would be a panda bear.
So you gonna think it's fire when I run that back?